and elite wide receivers, and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. The Trojans will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Hendricks. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the UAB Blazers offense will have the football first. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going.
Breaks into the open. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gonna take a shot. He's got it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Fast start for the offense. Points on the board already.
And the coaches talked to us this week of how important it was to getting out to a fast start. And that was the key to winning the game. The offense definitely took that message to heart.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Trojans offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number 1.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Willis. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. It's complete to the right. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. On his feet. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Off play action on 1st down. Showing the arm strength down the left side.
Well, even though that was an incompletion, I wouldn't be surprised if this secondary wants to start playing deeper coverages because this offense has shown that they're willing to be aggressive. They've got a lot of speed. This defense cannot allow any big plays here in the second half.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Monroe. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Blazers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Rides the back on the option to give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And the Blazers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Well, jet sweep pass. He's trying to get it in. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the defense, but nowhere to run. Nice stop on the defensive side of the ball.
In football, you hear the term, quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He is stopped short. That's the man they wanted to have the ball, but it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Georgia Southern came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact, this wasn't ever really in question. Really unexpected outcome in this intriguing Big Ten matchup. And the type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Davis. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the run, it's Wormley. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Horn. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play. The Trojans in the hurry-up. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. They built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. They'll try the run. There he goes. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The pull and throw off the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Picks up the 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work.
How many first downs is that alone, just on this drive? The defense, they keep this up, they're going to get worn out and continue to have to play more and more guys. They got to do something to change this.
The RPO, it's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. From the gun, running back on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, UAB. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached a break. It's UAB on top, and they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing, and getting a nice clean hit on the quarterback.
That's caught. It's Davis. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Caught over the middle. It's Willis. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. That type of big play can even make traveler perk up and take notice.
Hey, man, when I think about USC and just their pass, I just think about explosive. Explosive playmakers, making explosive plays down the field, finding those big wide receivers, making big plays.
They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. DB's right up on the receivers. Wide receiver going in motion. With the run on first and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Catch in the middle, it's Willis. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. On third and goal, they'll try to throw it in. Wideout trying to get it in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. Are forced to settle for 3. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. And they've found no answer so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down, and set up a short yardage on second down. It makes...
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Pulls it in. It's Monroe. And the 40. There he goes. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. The Blazers come to the line with a new set of downs.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. And you saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Blazers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Hendricks. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Rodriguez. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Blazers, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A first down run on the doorstep. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Blazers.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
UAB 24, USC 3.
He'll bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Motion from the wide receiver. He'll start this drive firing. And down he goes back at the 3.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
The Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. And a sack all the way back at the 5. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. UAB regains possession of the Blazer offense back onto the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football there.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
He's got it on the move. They stop him just a leak or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, UAB! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Vanderbilt opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got a man, it's Davis. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. It's picked off, and another empty drive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the 2nd quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Peppers. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. They're working that left side. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down.
Man, and tight ends in today's modern college football are so difficult to stop because they're so much more athletic than they used to be. Today, they're just like big wide receivers. So defensively, how do you stop it? Do you have someone who has the physical dimensions to match up with this guy one-on-one? You might not, and if you don't, are you comfortable putting a slower linebacker on him, or do you want to put a smaller DB that might not be able to tackle him? It's a real difficult puzzle to figure out.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, looks like we've had a compelling start to things there in Los Angeles. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. And with that, let's send it back to our men inside the world-famous LA Coliseum.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Huge deficit to start this 3rd quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the 2nd half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the 1st half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
The give on the inside. Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the air on first down. On the run, fires downfield. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The play action fake. Got it in the middle. It's Willis. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. It's Davis. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. UAB has the ball back, ready to send the offense out to go to work. Power football with the run. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Zings it complete to the right. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. On the ground, it's Peppers. Got enough for the first down and wants more. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, a big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Trying to slam in. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. That brings us to third and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Looking for the end zone. Give him 6. Touchdown, UAB. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
UAB 41, USC 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. With the catch, it's Brooks.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The RPO fired complete to the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go so.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You'll just get in trouble when you try.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Off the RPO, complete. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. The quarter comes to a close, and UAB is on top. And this beatdown is close to completion as we've reached the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw, it's Spears. Gets it out quickly. And the Blazers can really attack on this second and short. They'll leave it with him. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Takes a snap, wants to throw. Touchdown, Blazers! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Arkansas State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the Sun Belt. Trust me when I say the party is on in Jonesboro. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Trojans can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. UAB regains possession. The Blazer offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
The Blazers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He'll keep it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blazers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Spears. Throwing right. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. The Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Trojans line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29. The Blazers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air, it's Spears. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.